Welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u Zoom call for February 22nd, 2022. We're here on Cathy's website, CathyDSlaght.com, and we'll scroll down to join the Zoom call. We'll click here. If you'd like to be part of Cathy's SRC4u Daily Energy Clearing Group, you can register here. We're going to go on to the Zoom call. We're going to approve the app to allow us into the room. The call will be live, so you may want to lower the volume on your speakers.
So anyway, well, we got quite a bit to cover today. This is a big day, a big day of transformation. And Sharon sent this in yesterday, which is very interesting. And of course, I'm going to send this out right after our call, and then I will get that grab-a-boy list. It's almost done, but I'll just add the few things from today and a few more things that I haven't gotten to. But I'll make sure you have this for the day. What time of day does this energy hit? Did somebody say it? Isn't it
all day?
Oh, it's all day.
Yeah,
okay.
It's continuous. Yeah.
Wow. So if we look at some of these things, and I started, I put together, you know how that would go, a little protocol, because I couldn't help it. But let's look at I pulled it up. Now, this is something lately I've been putting in because we're going to focus on the brain, and I've been putting it in as the primary situation. I now acknowledge that I am equipped with a powerful CPU, the brain, capable of pulling in the infinite wisdom of the universe. With this awareness, every day my love for all of God's creation grows deeper and stronger. I am so grateful to see clearly that the people of planet Earth are all one, and that together we have transformed the world to a state of joy and abundance. My body's self-healing ability is fully activated, so I am now free of all limiting patterns related to physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. I am so blessed to express the freedoms that allow me to choose the reality I joyfully create, so I can serve God and my fellow man in the highest and best way. So if you want it, I've got it in our notes. Change it in any way you want. You'll see over here, we then did want the SRC startup session. That was a very high priority today. So we're going to get to that. But first, a few other things. So this again will go out for you to look at it yourself. But we have an opportunity today with the waves of energy that are coming in to clear some non-beneficial childhood memories and beliefs that have kept us dependent on others. A big deal with any kind of spiritual work is sovereignty and free will. So then we go into all the beliefs that keep you from remembering you, the blocks, the limitations, to assist you in recovering who you are. So apparently these are the three energies. And of course, we can all read this over. The thing here is, it is your choice. And that is what Neville Goddard teaches, is that the soul is actually your ability to choose. You know, they talk a lot about the mind and the brain. What makes us different, and you can see this in MRIs or whatever kind of brain scans they do, is we have this large area of uncharted territory. Animals don't have that as much, depending on, of course, the animal, but they are pretty much tied into just survival. But humans have the ability to choose. So anyway, there are some things you can do here to read these things and to do some breathing. Inhale and exhale, and you'll have that to look at. And then during the day, repeat as often as spirit moves you. I am divine love. I am divine gratitude. I am. So what we did down here, let's just look and see where we are as a group. And some of these we don't really have a code for yet. We may, you never know. Let's just see where we are with clearing non-beneficial childhood memories and beliefs, because we're so, oops, hello? Are you guys still there?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, yeah, my computer tried to give me an advertisement. All right, so let's go in and just clear, and that would be a good thing. See where we are with that. Okay, so when I see a 99, I'm like, well, that's probably a little bit of a chronic stress, and you know, why wouldn't it be? We're so heavily programmed, even, you know, from the pregnancy period. So let's go in here. Let's see if a shin. Almost. Let's just see if we can get a 70 or higher. A little higher. Okay, 3 times. And clear beliefs that anchor into a system of darkness and enslavement. We can do without that. So we certainly resonate with that. Clear beliefs that keep you from remembering you, the blocks, the limitations, to assist you in recovering who you are. We have a code for that one. Again, taking that up. This is big, in my opinion. In fact, this also became a priority for our startup session. Choose to create differently. And probably one of the things Neville Goddard taught, and I don't do it all the time like I should, but he taught that when you go to bed at night, imagine that what you wanted happened that day. So, for example, if you're a real estate agent, imagine that you had that big closing that day and put your commission check in the bank.
Amen, sister.
There you go. And he had his little book, and I think it's online free, Awakened Imagination for some people, and I'm one of them, is a life changer. And so, and he, so that we can choose. It's not going to be easy. And look at that. See, we're there. We have the potential. Look at that. But just at this
who's
point.
the book by?
Neville Goddard.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Incredible. Now, this is an interesting one I played with a little bit. Do we want to go ahead and put a little field around us today of divine perfection? So let's just test.
You said that book is free?
I believe it's online free, yeah. Well, when I bought it, which was 20 years ago, it was $1.
I have it. I might still have it myself.
Yeah, he was quite a visionary in my opinion. So do we want as a group the field generator of divine perfection?
Cathy, what was the name of that book again?
Awakened Imagination.
Thanks.
So not today. That's not a priority today. Clear all that does not serve. Then we're going right up to that 102. And then I was talking with Laura Lassiter this morning, and she helped me put together this following statement, which I personally am excited about. I think it can be very powerful. It's something we can run through the SRC when we feel like it, and we're going to do it today. I now cut energy cords in every dimension, every reality, all parallel universes, all time frames, all lifetimes, all worlds, past, present, and future, with any negative karma, non-beneficial contracts, or negative spiritual beings or entities. So be it, and so it is. I give thanks for lessons learned, bless and forgive them, and send them on in peace, wishing them only the best. I am sorry for not recognizing what is in them is also in me. Please forgive me as I forgive myself, and I forgive all. I love you as I love myself, and I thank you. Now we are complete. We are set free. My days of suffering and pain are over as I choose to learn my lessons in love and joy. Change it any way you want. If it's something that you're compatible with, I added, for example, on mine, all in the name of Jesus, because that's how I believe. But other people, that wouldn't care for that. Now let's just see how we resonate at this moment in time with that. And it's respectable. I mean, again, it's not maybe a way we always address it, but we're taking it all the way up. And what you can also do, let's just quickly do it with all of these, is see if you want to put any of them through the sustenance balancer. We had quite a bunch of stuff yesterday, and we're just now finishing. I want to show you this. We finally got down to all sustenance consumed recently. We had the cocktail of heavy metal, retrovicular activity, and the amino acids, and we finally finished, and we finished with the 10 minutes, and if you check, it goes down now, so we can go ahead and take, oh, I won't, wait a minute. So what happens here is that, I guess I can pull it back up. I made that a cocktail Monday group, it says. I'll show you that in a minute, and we, now we'll take that cocktail out. We don't need it. But let's just see if we want to do this, if we would like to put this through our sustenance balancer, or substance, I always say it wrong. No, we don't need that today. So anyway, and then divine power. And so far, most of these are pretty high numbers, as you can see. Look at our numbers over here. And now this one, there's a little stress related. Let's amp that up. While we're waiting for it, here is this statement in reference to the brain, if you choose to add it to your work. And then we go into, is the brain, or what is our mind versus the brain? And the best definition is that the brain may be our hardware and the mind our software, but in other words, no matter what software you've got, your computer's got to be on. And sometimes you look around and you wonder if our computers are even on. So let's get this in. Let's see, do we want to do this one at all via substance? No. So now going into our scan then for the SRC startup, I do this one separately up here. So we see we got some stress related to pathogens at this moment in time. Let's go ahead and just keep it simple. Auto. Look a little dry, few little things here. Little fungal stress. You know, it's very interesting. You go in spurts. For a while there, it was so much amino acid stress. Now I'm seeing a lot of fungal. All right, so taking 4 hours there. But this comes up a lot too, petroleum-based fertilizers. And so there's something here we're going to have to take a closer look at some point, because it comes up all the time. And even if you're getting organic, you don't know what you're getting. And look at that. My goodness. So we're going to have to investigate that. And, you know, some of this stuff, this first list here, these are the things we have to do if we're really wanting our other work to click in. Some of these things we're going to have to do too. So I'll have to do some learning, or if anybody else has any ideas. Now, this is interesting, since we are working with the brain, we see, stop that, neurological stress came up as well. And then again, this retrovicular activating system. In other words, they say the retrovicular activating system is our gateway to our consciousness, and we see what we're kind of programmed to see. common example being you buy a new car, and all of a sudden you see so many cars just like yours, you never noticed it before. So I think that's significant too. So that's something we're going to have to take a deeper look at. But we are kind of doing that today with the work we're going to do. Oops. And then here's that good old retrovicular activating system. So we want to work on that. And that's going to be some real interesting. You get a chance to research that. That's fascinating stuff. That's one example, for example, of why not to talk much about what you don't want. Because as you talk, you're cluing your consciousness into looking for more of it. And again, we already did a little work on that, and a number indicates less stress. Well, then you see we're not really asking to add anything here. So let's go in and optimize. You can see the numbers here. This is this is to connect to divine light. And the connect chronotube is how the code came up. And that's where your information is coming from.
Which one was that?
Connect chronotube.
Oh.
That's apparently a tube of light. This stories one that is always a surprise, but continues to be a priority for our startup, and looks like we are asking again for this. But we must tell ourselves plenty of stories. Here's the implant command, another interesting topic. Yep. I think you all know what Raymond Grace says. He says, I don't know if I even believe in this, but when I clear it, people get better. Kind of an interesting way to look at it.
Yep, I agree with that too.
Yep. Now we want a custom cocktail today, and I'll show you in a minute the Excel spreadsheet. Let's go on down this list. You see, we want to balance all meridians. Recharge all organs. Again, when you do this consistently, it doesn't usually take hours and hours. Well, we've got all this. We can, and then this is, again, you know this better than I know it, is extremely subtle. So a lot of stuff. Wait, let me see what number. Number 13. But this is extremely subtle, and so many come up because of that, and especially because we're a group, you may want to go in and see priority for chi for each of these. This urinary stuff, though, I have to say this has been coming up a lot. So probably should look in the Encyclopedia of Emotions and see what that is connecting to. I'll make it a point to do that. But what we want to do, priority, chi. Yeah, we'll take it. Let's go in here. I'm going to make a guess that this is related to a lot of people being highly irritated, but we'll see what the encyclopedia says. Here's bone spurs. No, we can do about that. Clear damage to health from microwave ovens. Don't need it, just need an awareness.
Do we have that SSTT endocrine?
Yes, you do. Yeah, that's in there. Or should be. Now, I'm saving Ray's SSTTs. I've got that little book almost done. I'll send it out. And one at a time, I'm going to start sending it to the group as well. But the endocrine, I don't think that's one of Ray's. I think that it came in from Grandmaster. So you can see, this comes up for our awareness. We don't always need, what we're really focused on is the bladder so far. Let's see. This is what I mentioned before. This fungus thing is coming up more often. So we seem to go in spurts. Yeah, we're not requesting it this way. This is one of the David Slaters. And I have to say, I have to go in there and get more information, all those. Let's see if we want Dr. Percy. And I spoke, those of you who are wondering, I spoke with Dr. Percy yesterday. He's doing great. Okay, and we do the bladder. Now here again, we bring up the bladder. No. Of all things, Chinese acupuncture for elbow pain. Okay, so we'll take that one. And it'd be interesting to see, too, if I can find it, or you can find it, what elbow pain represents on an emotional level. foot pain. Not quiet. Little stress related to parasites. You see it's mentioned twice here. I'm gonna share a little information tomorrow on some nutritional things I came across from the experience I had that might deal with that a little bit. We'll see. Look at that. All right. So we got something we need to, well, check. Is this again is so subtle, but at this moment in time, and that's not. Let me see. I may have to do some cleanup to find this one. I'll try one more. There we go. And sometimes if you get such a high number, you can go in here and see if you want to go in, bring in any Pro Tools. Let's, for example, look at acupuncture. Not necessarily, but let's just go in anyway. And see what if we want to do anything extra in reference to parasites.
Did you right click?
Yeah, I like that right click it whenever I can find my mouse. And then also we have an interesting cocktail, and this one is called All Parasites, and it's just that might be if you have any people parasites. Let's see, priority worksheet, all parasites. Probably don't need it, but since we are here, we can check it. Well, it's close, but we might want to do that. Let's just do it quickly. Can't hurt. And then if you're curious, you can always go in and break it down a little bit and see exactly what's going on, again, at this moment in time. Make a quick Excel spreadsheet, since this is kind of a long list. All right, so just for interesting, we're asking for personal shielding, build our energy momentum to destroy parasites, repair and restore all frequency patterns altered by negative interference and or implants. Let me just see how far down we down to 7. All right. Disconnect from the addiction matrix. Listen to inner guidance that IAPWs in a perfect way. Clear and engineered parasites in a perfect way. I can't even remember. Okay, well, that's all. Okay, so that's them. So let's just add those in. And see now, if you go ahead and put that in, then that in, you also have the Tesla 369. And then we just have, I think we're almost done with this list. This last one, healthy teeth. Another huge subject. Well, we'll take that one too, so. Okay, so anyway, we're getting a lot of energy today. Let's, but maybe this is the day for it. Oh, that's right. We've got everything on the startup. So we're going to start focusing on the brain. And I just want to share with you that we have some wonderful cocktails already in. Here they are. Let's just see if we're going to ask today, priority achieve, scan of cocktails in P4 for stress-related brain. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Guess we'll take it. So let's go in here and look. Oh, and that book, I added that because the book I'm reading, which is the Owner's Manual for the Brain, he said that was the book that inspired him. I think he was an engineer, actually. And, here we go. I'm in a little trouble with that.
Is that it? The universe
Can
within?
you believe I just lost my Zoom? Not my Zoom. There we go. Took it away for a minute.
Hit Control-Z right away and get it back.
Oh, okay. Do what again?
Control-Z.
Okay, yeah, okay. I didn't know I could do it for that. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to lose this. I'd have a little problem if I lost all these notes before I could send them out. All right, so let's see what we got now. Yay. Some of this is not cocktails, but I'm just going to, since I'm having a little trouble, I'm just going to see what we get.
The Universe Within is at Melvin.
Pardon me?
The book, The Universe Within, is at Melvin.
I don't know. I just happened to jot it down, and I can't remember the author. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, that'd be good to look up. Now, this is interesting. Okay, there we go. Brain training, $5.98, which is kind of what we're doing. So let's go in here. Okay, so just a few other things here. I want to say these are the things we're working towards with the brain. Here's problem solving. We've got a little stress related to that. Let's look at the other thing while we're waiting. Okay, so this is what we'll be doing for stress related to parasites. So
Hey, Cathy.
yeah.
I started having my autosave on so I don't lose things like that. Just
Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, how to find autosave.
It's right up on the top to the left. Anyway, you can still delete everything, but you make so darn many lists. That
I know.
you lost. It's pretty devastating if you would lose something. But anyway, that's just an idea I had.
I will do it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to take any chances. And let's see what we want to do here. And I have lost stuff. It does. It adds to it does not do for good stress management. So, okay, so let's put that in.
What does the autosave in? Can you explain that again, please?
Let's just look real quick. File. I don't see any autosave.
Oh, go back to your document.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I'm a little neurotic, so let's just go ahead and.
Okay, see up on the top left-hand corner?
Oh, yeah.
It says autosave off.
All right.
Off. I just click off, and it should go to on.
Okay. Thank you. Woohoo. All right. Great. Thank you. Now look at this problem solving. This would be an example. We're going to do our, every day I've been doing this substance balancer. Would this be something, since that was a very low number for starters?
Kathy, it went back to off, so you might want to talk to Joanne after the call or something like that.
Thank you. Okay.
She's much better at this than I am.
Well, and we don't want everybody's better at it than I am, I'll tell you. Now we've got creativity, which again, that is an ability we come in with, and it's our computer and software that maximize it. Again, we've got a little stress there. Take a shin for that. This is interesting because a joyful disposition is what keeps your immunity up, and we find that when we don't have that, it actually diminishes something called helper cells. And I'll show you something real quickly here. We're going to take that up, and then yesterday I went in and I recharged our helper cells, and we wanted 17 hours. Let's just take a quick look at that right now. I'm taking much less time, but yeah, 17 hours was kind of a surprise. Then we have keep the brain alive. In other words, keep our computer on. And again, we're up. We can go up there, but we're not where we could be. Let's look in here now. I'm going to take that Little Wonder clip. Nope. Asking for a lot of work on arms, on chakra, soul systems, which again I personally believe is our ability to choose. Conceptual vessel, a lot of chakra work today. That's interesting, though. Stomach meridians, a lot of stomach, replenish, women's issues, pituitary gland. Let's just look. Nope. This is interesting too. A lot of fungal stress. Let's see. Well, this probably indicates a dietary change of some sort. Sugar, maybe a few processed carbs. Not quite, though. Not want to go that route. Let's look at digestive. Okay, there we go. So that, let's see now as an example. For the yang, dermatome, vertebrae, which is our switchboard for the yin, stomach, spleen, meridians, skin in general. That's interesting. Pericardium. Okay, so up here, first of all, now, there's from yesterday. We can delete that now. We don't need that. That was combination you were asking for. Now let's look at, see what we've got for digestive. Well, we're just so far digestive enzymes. I'm going to do a little more work with that, and then I'll get back with you tomorrow what we end up using in the substance balancer. So, we don't want any of that, especially on this day. That's rather significant. Almost like I have my computer a little too full or something today. Empathetic, we like that one. Nerve stress factor related to nerves. I think I pretty much got that under control. Words to ponder. Time is just nature's way to keep everything from happening at once. Okay. Let's just clear any stress related to despair. When we look at what we really have, it may give you some thoughts on all this. Always good. Stabilizing balance. Fortitude, not a bad thing. Okay. Higher spiritual concepts, interesting as we go through this, some say global spiritual awakening. Looking good. Plague away. Ego doesn't like it when it can't control the shots. They say the ego is like our computer operator. Let's just stress related to feeling plagued.
Can anyone give any guidance with the allergies? I know how to clear allergies, but like trying to avoid what the allergy is, how do we find that out?
That's a good question. We should have some good scans. Let me look at what Dr. Kersey has sent. Oh, that's something too that we need to be aware of. What, any particular awareness of where the allergy's coming from? Is it food, for example, or is it environment?
Yeah, I'd like to know. I mean,
okay, so you're not sure. Yeah.
It's snowing here. This is for me. I'm having allergies, and it's snowing. So what's blooming? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, call me after, and we'll do a little scan.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
For the heck of it, I don't know that I have that awareness either, but we'll look. Okay. So anyway, you can see what we've got here for today. I'll be doing a few more things with it, and but we're good to go. And any of you who get a chance to work further with this energy today, it sounds like a wonderful plan. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Okay. All righty. Thanks, Cathy. Thanks, Joanna.
Bye-bye.
Concludes the SRC4u Zoom call. Thank you for participating. We look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well.